education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This powerful quote by Nelson Mandela reminds us that education is not just about imparting knowledge. It's about shaping the future, creating opportunities, and empowering individuals to make a lasting impact.
Hi, you have entered a space where minds connect. We are here today not just as future educators, but as witness to how education transforms lives. In our field study journey at Basista National High School, we had the privilege of observing the grade 8 NAR class under the guidance of Ma'am Crystalline Balduesa. Through our observations, we have gained invaluable insights into how teaching methods, classroom environments, and effective resources come together to create an impactful learning experience.
Today, we will take you through 5 key activities that help us understand the essence of quality education. These activities highlight how an educator's knowledge, the learning environment, and diverse teaching strategies shape not only academic success but the future of every student.
The first activity we observed was focused on the teacher's knowledge of content and pedagogy. Ma'am Balduesa demonstrated an excellent command of the subject matter, triangle congruence, and expertly explained it using both theoretical concepts and practical examples.
The importance of this activity lies in the teacher's ability to present complex content in an accessible way. Ma'am not only introduced triangle congruence, but also connected it to real-life examples. For instance, she used physical props to show how two triangles could match exactly, helping students see geometry in action. Pedagogy, which refers to the methods and strategies used to teach, is just as crucial. Mom employed inquiry-based learning by encouraging students to ask questions, analyze, and explore the material. This approach engages students more deeply and promotes critical thinking, which is essential for long-term learning.
Moreover, Mom adjusted her methods based on students' responses. She gauged their understanding through questioning and re-explained certain parts of the lesson, demonstrating flexibility, a hallmark of an effective teacher. This activity highlights the importance not only knowing the subject, but also how to teach in a way that meets students' diverse learning needs.
To summarize, Activity 1 illustrates how a teacher's deep content knowledge and pedagogical flexibility are key to fostering a dynamic and interactive learning environment, essential for developing both numeracy and critical thinking skills.
Next, we explore the concept of an ideal learning environment in Activity 2. This involved examining the physical and emotional spaces within Basista National High School, including the principal's office, the library, the counseling room, the canteen, and the medical clinic.
Why is this important? An ideal learning environment doesn't just mean the classroom. It's the entire ecosystem that supports a student's growth. The principal office, for example, is where school policies and leadership decisions takes place, setting the tone for academic discipline and excellence. The library is another key space that fosters literacy and independent learning. It provides students with access to books, research materials, and a quiet place to study, all of which contribute to intellectual growth. We found out that students who frequent the library tend to perform better academically because they have more resources to deepen their understanding.
The counseling room is an often overlooked space, but is crucial in supporting students' mental and emotional well-being. A positive learning environment must cater to students' emotional needs too, ensuring that they feel safe and supported. This helps reduce stress, anxiety, and other barriers to learning.
Physical well-being is also essential, which is why the canteen and medical clinic are integral to an ideal learning environment. Students need access to nutritious food and healthcare to stay energized and healthy, which directly affects their ability to concentrate and learn effectively.
To conclude, an ideal learning environment involves not just the classroom but all spaces that promote intellectual, emotional, and physical growth. At Basista National High School, all these elements were in place, helping create a well-rounded environment for students to thrive.
Moving on Activity 3, we explore the distinctness of learners in a diverse classroom. Each student has a unique way of learning, and Ma'am Baldueza's classrooms was no exception. Some students quickly understand the concept of triangle congruence, while others require additional support.
The significance of this study lies in recognizing and respecting the diversity of learners. Ma'am Baldweza used a variety of teaching strategies to accommodate different learning styles. Visual learners benefited from diagrams and illustrations, while kinesthetic learners were engaged with hands-on activities. This approach ensured that each student could access the content in a way that suited them best.
The developmental stage of learners also vary, so mom provided differentiated support. Some students work in pairs for peer learning, while others receive one-on-one help. This approach helped ensure no one was left behind, promoting an inclusive learning environment where every student could succeed.
Mom's classroom was a safe space where students were encouraged to ask questions and express their thoughts freely. This inclusivity is crucial in diverse classroom because it allows students to feel comfortable and valued, fostering both academic and social growth.
In summary, Activity 3 highlights the importance of recognizing students' diverse needs and providing differentiated support. It shows that effective teaching doesn't mean one-size-fits-all approach, but rather adapting instruction to help all learners succeed.
Now, in Activity 4, we focus on the integration of teaching resources, ICT tools, and the curriculum. We observe how Ma'am Baldueza used various resources to enhance the lesson of triangle congruence. These include visual aids, ICT tools, and alignment with the K-12 curriculum.
The role of resources in teaching is crucial. Mom used diagrams, PowerPoint presentations, and videos to illustrate congruence. These resources helped simplify complex concepts and made the lesson more engaging. Visual aids, for instance, help students better understand how two triangles could be congruent by showing them in different contexts.
ICT tools were also integrated effectively into the lesson. Using a projector to display content allowed for dynamic presentations, keeping students engaged and visually stimulated. Additionally, interactive learning platforms could potentially be used to reinforce understanding outside the classroom.
The K-12 curriculum provides a clear framework for teaching, ensuring that mom's methods were aligned with expected learning outcomes. The curriculum encourages the development of critical thinking and problem-solving skills, which mom emphasized by encouraging students to analyze the properties of congruent triangles and apply these concepts to real-world problems.
In summary, Activity 4 shows that combining teaching resources, ICT, and the curriculum creates a richer and more engaging learning experience. It ensures that lessons are not only aligned with educational standards, but also accessible and engaging for students.
In our final activity, we focus on assessing learning outcomes and providing feedback. Effective assessment is essential for understanding if a student have mastered the material and what additional support they might need. Ma'am Baldueza used a variety of assessment methods to measure student progress.
Mom used formative assessments throughout the lesson. For example, she asked questions during the lesson to gauge student understanding. This allowed her to immediately identify areas where students were struggling and adjust her teaching accordingly.
Additionally, mom used authentic assessments. She asked students to draw and label congruent triangles, allowing them to demonstrate their understanding in a practical way. This approach encourages students to apply what they've learned rather than just recalling information.
Feedback was given promptly, which is vital for student growth. Mom provided specific, constructive feedback that helped students reflect on their own work and identify areas for improvement. This form of feedback fosters a growth mindset, encouraging students to embrace challenges and strive for improvement.
The overall grading system followed DepEd's guideline, including performance tests and quarterly assessment. This ensures a holistic evaluation of students' progress, considering both written work and hands-on activities.
To conclude, our observations provided valuable insights into what makes effective teaching and learning. We saw how an engaging teacher, a supportive learning environment, diverse learning strategies, the use of resources, and timely assessment all contribute to a successful classroom experience.
As future educators, we have learned the importance of creating inclusive and adaptive teaching strategies that cater to the diverse needs of students. We also learned that teaching goes beyond the textbook. It involves creating a space for students to grow intellectually, emotionally, and socially.
Remember, the goal of teaching is not only to impart knowledge, but to foster curiosity, critical thinking, and a love for learning. We hope this presentation has inspired you to think about your own approach to education. That encapsulates our today's vlog. Again, we are the Pentagonal Circle, 5 minds that connect, inspire one another, and uncover hidden paths where experience has over. Stay tuned for more content and always remember, together, we can make a lasting impact.